Hello and welcome to my final project where I will be using an island analogy to explain the main themes that I have learned in our class this year. So the two main themes we have focused on in class this year are search for self and the social experience. Search for self is about the psychological journey someone goes through to find their core values and identity. Everyone deals with searching for self at one point in their life, especially when affected by life transitions like tragedy or growing up. The social experience is about your relationship with a community and how you interact with others. It also connects to the influence we experience through society from others, for example, like peer pressure. From experiences that relate to the social experience, we learn how to communicate with others and grow socially. To further explain the connection between the search for self and the social experience, I will be using an analogy of two people stranded on an island. One of them represents search for self, and the other one will represent the social experience. Two people are stranded on an island, where novels that connect the search for self and the social experience are the key to survival. Together, they will learn who they are through the experiences and items they find along the way. To make it off the island, Greg, who represents search for self, and Tom, who represents the social experience, will have to learn the main themes that make them up, teaching them who they are and helping them get rescued. While Greg is walking through the forest, something suddenly falls from a tree. It was A Long Way Gone by Ismail Bia. Through further inspection, Greg finds three themes that are found in the novel that connect to himself: resilience, identity, and personal growth. Ishmael's story describes how someone can rebuild themselves and move past trauma, directly relating to the theme search for self. To find food for survival, Greg decided to go fishing. During this, he got Hamlet by William Shakespeare, a novel that connects to himself through main themes like identity, purpose, choices, and consequences. Through Hamlet's life choices, Greg learns how revenge and commitment can take over and lead to a messy demise. Greg begins to search the island and look for another piece of literature that connects to him. On his expedition, the short story, The Story of an Hour by Kate Chopin was found. This is a short story that connects through search for self through themes like independence and freedom. This story teaches Greg to stay honest to himself and follow his ambitions, just like Louise in the story wished she had. While exploring through one of the caves on the island, Greg finds the final text for his survival. It was Identity, a poem by Julia Noboa Polanco. This poem connects to search for self by teaching self-discovery and personal preference. By using this text, Greg gains confidence in himself and learns how you need to put yourself first, teaching him the final core themes of search for self. Overall, Greg survives the island, as the four texts he found relate to the four main themes of search for self: confidence, resilience, freedom, and purpose. Moving on to Tom now, the person who represents the social experience. During hunting, Tom ends up landing a spear on his target. It was The Lord of the Flies by William Golding. After reading the book, Tom learns his first major themes of the social experience, being power, belonging, society, and civilization. In the book, the boys start their own civilization and make their own rules, relating to the social experience by showing a ruthless society but run by uninfluenced humanity. This story teaches Tom the importance of laws and why society needs to be controlled. When walking around the undiscovered island, Tom encounters a plane crash. While searching through the plane, he found the short story The Lottery by Shirley Jackson. This short story connects to the social experience because of its themes of human nature, influence, and tradition. By reading this story, Tom learns to never blindly follow tradition and stay clear of conformities. While walking along the shore, something happened to wash up right beside Tom. It was Shooting an Elephant, an essay written by George Orwell. This essay will help Tom understand the social experience because of its themes of influence, morale, and social perception. Orwell in the essay knows the elephant has calmed down and will be okay, but the people surrounding him pressure him to still shoot the elephant, leading Orwell to make a decision against his own judgment and teaching Tom to never let society control his choices. As Tom was searching through the forest, a short story suddenly fell from a tree. It was The Ones Who Walk Away from Omelas by Ursula K. Le Guin. This short story's main themes are morality and responsibility, as the people who do walk away from the tortured child value their own morals over what others believe. This short story teaches Tom to not count on others to hold the weight of his own problems, and to remove himself from situations where people are counting on others to hold the weight of their own problems. Summary of the social experience. So overall, Tom survives the island, as the four texts he found resemble four main themes of the social experience, these being power and civilization, influence and conformity, social pressure, and morality. Connection between search for self and the social experience. Search for self and the social experience connect to each other, as society shapes who you are, and who you are shapes how you engage with society. People like to think that finding yourself is a social or solo journey, but the truth is we need others to socialize and communicate with to figure out who we actually are. Overall, the two main themes we have learned in class, search for self and the social experience, have taught me how to grow and understand myself more individually and how to communicate and express myself more towards others.